Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-52439. You know. 205-964-52439. You know.
Regular cat. What's happening? We're here to talk about real estate investing. Let me make sure.
We was just talking about during the intro.
Yeah, exactly. Not exactly what we were talking about earlier. What is that?
Oh, Mary, she's struggling.
All right, guys. But yeah, we're here to talk about real estate investing. Kelly should be joining. I had to send her the text. Today's topic is seller wants $5,000 earnest money deposit, and I don't have it. Boom. All right, so we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, where your cash or credit does not matter. Being BROKE is irrelevant. All you need to know is what to do, and then do it. Now that is a big part of the puzzle. But then do it. So to get your questions answered on the live stream, get pushed to the front of the line, text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. Text the word Gator to that number. Partners, we want to partner with you. Updated the process. Watch this video right here, text 5050 to the number, and you'll get your instructions. Your marching orders. That's bad. Monday through Wednesday is the times. 3:45 to 4 p.m. ish is when we go live. Then on Thursday nights, that's tomorrow, at 8:05 p.m. we have Flipper North 240. Like I said, both ways. VIP, if you want a step-by-step playlist of videos to get you going in the right direction, text the letters VIP to the number. How large are her jars that she be drinking out of?
Oh.
The lady you were talking about earlier. Bigger than that cup?
No.
Yeah, okay. All right. Text the word. Subscribe, share, like, follow us here also. Did I hear Kelly?
Yeah, I added her.
Okay, good. All right. Kelly is here. What's going on?
Hello. How are you?
Oh, super tight. Glad you could join us. Text the word contract to the number to access the paperwork. Very important. You get an instructional video how to fill it out for sellers and buyers, and how to fill it out. How to get it signed electronically. Boom. So yeah. I already said that. So Kelly, you want to greet everyone?
Yes. Hello. Flip. What's your community's name? Gatorland. Gators.
Gators. They're Gators. We got big ones. We got little ones, and we got. Hey, I tell you know what up. Right here, hey, you got to just go to the ER. You'll survive this right here, but that doesn't. Now this ain't really a big gator, but he'll take you out of here.
That's what we got.
Yeah, he'll take you out of here. I'm gonna try to get one bigger than this.
Oh Lord, the little one when you learning.
Yeah,
that's when you learn.
Yeah, you the stove hot. They let your mama let you go ahead and touch it. You ain't got to go to the hospital, but when you do, oh my. Okay, yeah, that's what the little one's for.
Medical attention, huh?
So yeah, our Gators. We got all Gators watching. Don't y'all agree, right? Everybody's out here to get it, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Gators.
I love it. I only would say that around your community because it doesn't pertain to football. I'm not a Gator at all. So.
I guess. Oh yeah. Well, whatever. Well, crocodiles. Then we just say all our people are crocodiles.
We buying it up.
Jessie said she's buying that. They're buying that up.
Hey, crocodiles.
I don't have any questions right
So,
now.
well,
Everybody's just saying what's happening. How's everyone? OG Footman, how you doing?
yeah. What's the difference in a crocodile and an alligator? Just location.
Location and bib. Yeah, like one is in like swamp fresh waters. The other, I think, can be found in. I think they're both in fresh water, but it's different types of water, right? Like swamp water.
Well, crocodiles only found in all.
Different
So what's in
notes.
Africa? What does Africa have? Crocodiles or huh?
What are you asking me?
Now you gonna ask her like she
No,
came in contact
she
with
normally would
alligators.
just start just spilling out information. That's why I'm looking this way.
I just know that they come, like they usually have different kinds of snouts and they live in
Yes.
different types of water.
Could they mate?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure they could.
I wonder has that ever been done before to mate a crocodile with an alligator. So what did that come to be? A alacroc or a crocodile?
First of all, y'all please ask him a question.
Only
All right, you better start asking questions. I'm just gonna talk randomly about whatever I want to.
Oh my god.
Talk about what we were talking about earlier.
Well, they both came from the same species, so maybe so.
Well, if a wolf has can a wolf mate with
A dog.
what they call them a British bulldog? Ain't there such thing? What is the Georgia bulldog? What kind of bulldog is that? They mascot. What kind of bulldog is that?
Is it French? I don't know.
No.
Why would you pick the most random, like small dog?
I want to see what it produces.
You know, why would you pick
But
that?
the small dog is the male. See that? You ain't know I was gonna go there, did you? Hey, see now, that's what we need to see.
They said it's a
It's
German.
an English bulldog. It's the
Oh, okay. Somebody just said English too. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was our Crocodile Dundee tidbit for the day. This person said, question. I started my LLC. It's called Easy Terms Real Estate Investments. Okay. Do I need to get my EIN number, and what's a good bank to start up a business account with? That's a good question.
Great. Congratulations to you. Trouble is just for us, MC. I like the name too. He comes up with the best names. Yeah, go ahead and get your EIN number. It's free. You can do it on irs.gov and you can set it up. You will need your EIN number in order to get a business bank account. There's so many different, what's a good bank account? There's just so many, honestly. And you can have multiple bank accounts. I actually suggest that you do especially for tax purposes, you can have a tax account and like an operating account, but it's just different for everywhere. I know that Bank of America has some really great business terms. Truist has some really great business products for new and startup businesses. But I would just suggest you do your own homework and see what works best for you, because there will be with business bank accounts, there will be fees if you don't do a certain amount of transactions, or if you do a certain amount of transactions, they will charge you per month. So I would go in first, just trying to see how you can, reduce your amount of fees that you pay out. But I always like to start local, just because local banks are really, they really try to help the local businesses there. So they may have even better products than like the bigger national banks do. So I will always check with them as well. But other than that, congratulations to you.
Hi.
No, boom. Boom.
Okay. We got a question about the earnest money deposit, but I guess we'll kind of circle back to that since that has to do with the topic. This person it says Destiny Williams, they're from Detroit. She said, do you think Detroit is a great location for wholesaling? Also, what do you feel is the easiest method to find homes?
Detroit, every location It's a great location for wholesaling. Obviously, if it has a large enough population, and Detroit does, I promise you, there's people right now that's killing it in Detroit wholesaling. You just got to seek them out. Um, but the answer to the other part of it is the easiest method. So last night, I taught a class on real estate investing in general, and it really depends on you, the person. You have to ask yourself a certain amount of questions. Like, some people are not really, they don't really like to talk to people. Or or they feel uncomfortable with asking uncomfortable questions, or they're really great at talking to buyers and businesses. And so it really just depends on you. And so I would say, what do you, out of all the things that, you've received on the Flipman show, like, what really gets your heart burning and starts to get you excited about? I would say pick one thing and stick to that. But the easiest may not be the easiest to me, may not be the easiest to you. So I don't know, Flip, Tyler, what you say to that question?
So they were asking,
What's the easiest method to start with to find homes?
to find homes.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, well, we were just taking from no money to money, right? So my definition of no money, you don't have any money. Everything is allocated to food and bills, shelter. So you really literally have no budget for it. So now you're gonna have to use the power of the internet, right? And network your butt off. Ideally, what you want to do is try to network and find some cash buyers in that market, which won't be that difficult to do. You want to join all the real estate investment groups in that area, um, are the ones that are wholesale specific also, and you want to just see who the players are. A lot of times, their post that they make is going to probably identify who those individuals are. So you get your 4 or 5 of those. All right. Determine, where they like to buy, how often, price range, areas they like to buy in, level repairs they like to deal with, and boom. Now you'll leverage networking with other wholesalers and feed those buyers deals from those other wholesalers. I guess you would call it a arbitrage of other wholesalers' deals, and that's going to be for if you have zero money. So if you have a few $100s, either cold calling or text messaging, because the same list that you create for cold calling, you can text message also, and vice versa. So um, that's what I would suggest. On the text messaging, which got an update on, which we use batch leads or whatever. So text the word text to the number or whatever. That's the older video, still relevant because the tool really hasn't changed that much. And then on the dialer, I don't know where it is, but text the word dialer to the number too. So, boom.
You have any? Okay. Oh, let's see.
We're
This
gonna
is
hang out.
a
So we're gonna start charging for the club admission just to hang out and talk in the chat.
They
Uh,
asked which program each of us they purchased.
okay, well, we're gonna start charging for the hang. Okay, I'm just tripping.
Kind of.
so this one's related to the like what's a good bank account for when you have your business. Shira Johnson Hughes said, what do you think about a credit union bank?
Yeah, I love credit unions. Credit unions, Navy Federal. I bank with Navy Federal. Have several accounts with them. Yeah, they have. What I love about credit unions is they all have their own way of like approval system. So if you need to get a credit card, business credit card, or a line of credit, even getting loans, auto loans for your businesses, if you need, if you want to buy a car in your business name. Buy houses, like the interest rates are typically lower than the industry, and again, they have their own way of determining how you qualify, and it's usually based on an internal system that is in your favor. So yeah, absolutely, I love a credit union.
All right. Okay, so somebody's in the Gator room, so I'm gonna add him.
Gator. In the Gator room.
How y'all doing this afternoon?
Super.
Hello. Are you in the South?
I am. I am actually in Atlanta right now, picking up some birthday balloons.
Okay, it's raining here too. That's why I just asked.
Okay. First of all, good evening. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are safe.
Yes, sir. Same to you.
So I have a property that I'm looking at over in Stockbridge. The guy did a text blast and got a reply back. He wants 90,000 cash. I don't know. I don't know if it's a mobile home, but I think it's one of those. I forgot what kind of homes you call them, but I looked at the ARV for those type of homes. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and the ARV is around 113. He wants 90, but my thing, I was going to offer him 63. The only thing about that property is that I looked at the property on Realtor.com. It looks broke down from the outside, but he says he's remodeling it on the inside. And I asked, could I come by, look at the property, take some pictures? He don't want anybody to come look at the property. He said $90,000 cash, and that's it. And my whole thing is like, do I just walk away from that if I can't physically lay my eyes on the inside of the property? Because I'm not willing to offer anything without actually seeing what has been done on the inside of the property, so I can evaluate whether or not it's even worth close to 90,000, maybe 70. But with a 725,000 square foot home, thick repairs from the outside. On the outside looks really bad, but it could put you right around maybe 35,000 for repairs for something that small. So I don't think it's worth 90,000 in the condition that it's in now. Is it something that you guys would I recommend? Hey, stay with, or since he does not want me to look at the property, just kind of walk away from it?
Yeah, this one, you walk because he's not motivated, right?
Gotcha.
If he's because if you say 113, even without doing the numbers, and he wants 90, he doesn't sound like a motivated seller.
Okay.
Obviously, anyone that wants to sell their home, yes, come look at it, come bring you, see if you can make me an offer. That's a person that's motivated, and especially in this market, cash is super expensive right now.
Yes.
Interest rates are rising for investors. I mean, there are investors that have to get into homes, take loans on homes that are in 9%, almost 10%. So cash is super expensive. So if you had the opportunity to, put $90,000 in a deal that will give you a 9% cap versus put $90,000 in a deal that only give you 2% cap, which one would you pick, right? Because there are going to be more of those other deals. So I say you walk from that one.
Okay, no problem, because it's the property right next door to his, the same model, same style. That property I already have it titled. So once he see my face next door, he's gonna say, okay, well, I could have got the same thing, but it's no problem. I don't mind walking away from a deal. For me, it's all about the experience and talking to the buyers and the investors to see exactly what they want, and kind of asking those probing questions to kind of know, okay, what do I need to be doing when I'm calling and inquiring about certain properties. So I just wanted to put that in you guys' ear to get you guys advice to see, do I just walk, or do I just walk away from this one?
And I'll give you one more thing that we do. Like, we'll say if it's a low offer and we're not anywhere close, they'll say, let me just send you an offer, and it'll be whatever what the true offer is. Okay. Maybe even make it a little bit lower, and tell them just keep that in their back pocket. If for some reason things change and you want to reconsider this offer, this will be valid for the next 30 days. Give me a call.
I got you. Well, thank you so much for your time this evening. Y'all continue to stay safe.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that, also is whenever, as Kelly said, so the seller has a property they're trying to sell, and they don't want you to see the property, right? So you don't ever want to be just ugly to people, but if you just feel just a little need to have a little smart comment, you say, you ask them this question. So you want me to buy the house, but I can't view and inspect the house.
Gotcha.
And so you'll say, would you do that?
Right.
Mhm.
It's just like, would you buy a house sight unseen?
Right. Especially a mobile home, we don't know exactly what's going on the inside.
Yeah, and you're saying it because you know there's not going to be a deal, number one, but
Correct.
there's an opportunity to just get a little
Okay,
sarcasm out there.
I got you.
But
I'll
yeah,
put
he
it in
not.
his ear.
No, you ain't got to call him back. You do that on the phone when you got him on the phone. You ain't got to call him back.
I got you. All
Yeah,
right, thanks, guys.
no problem, man. Join us again.
All right, I'm gonna add Fred to the stream.
I like that one. Would you do that?
How you doing, Flip? How y'all doing?
Oh,
Hello.
cool. All right, what about yourself, man?
All right, I know I'm a familiar face right now, but I had a question about a property. It's a person. She was trying to sell her property. She's willing to negotiate. I was wondering if you can like help me out with this property. Look at it.
Oh, you want me
Property
to come?
if you could.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let
sir.
me give me a second to pull it up here. Let's see. Where you live streaming from, man?
Uh, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. All right. What's the address?
It's 48. It's 4851 Feather Rock, San Antonio, Texas. Zip code 78219.
All right. So just to check it out here, sold on MLS a long time ago. Older mortgage, if anything.
She
Uh, Small lien.
she said
Go ahead.
she said she was she basically a motivated seller, so she basically willing to go down on the price because she wanted 160 for the property, and I think it was a house that sold for like 200,000 and 212,000, I believe, in that area. And she said she was willing to go down to like 135 on the
All right.
property to sell.
Okay. All right. So just a little education here. So we got a lot of activity in this area, which is good. We got a little main street right here. It's the thicker white line, thicker yellow line. So, but looks like everything is on that side of it. So I think all of this would be in play. We got number 1, 2, and 3 right there by it also. All right. So ideally, we're looking at the year build. It's a 1981. Everything closest to it is 1981 and 1982. So that's good. We got a 1970 in there, 69, 84. So really all of this is in play. All right. So we're going to obviously try to look at the houses closest to it. So, well, let me do this first. I want to see what's happened more recently. All right. We got this number 12 that sold for 287. I don't know if I want to use that. But we got one that sold in August for 175. It's a 1980 build. The lot is similar. The house is a tad bit bigger on it. If I take that square footage, $150 a square foot, and multiply it times, what is that, 970? That gives us 145. And what is she asking for it?
She said she wanted to do one. She said she'll do 135 for the property.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be tough based on what I'm looking at here.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm missing anything. Let me look at this property that was that sold for 175. Let me just see if it was renovated or anything. Okay, they got it for rent now. Okay, yes, in good condition. Okay. All right, yeah, so that's a decent comp. Let me just try to look at anything else that I'm missing if I'm missing. Yeah, it looks pretty consistent in that 170 amount, but those houses are a tad bit bigger than yours. Let me see. And then again, I'm looking at the more recent transactions. So I think that 150 per square foot is a good number. So yeah, so the 135 is totaled out of question when I'm saying the ARV is 145 on it. So the numbers are the numbers. You would probably need to be at half of that. what I said, 145. So you probably need to be more around 70 or so, depending on the condition. So sounds like you all are quite a bit apart.
Okay.
All
You
right.
said 70,000?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, she sounds like she's willing to negotiate, but I'm gonna see because I gotta go see it today at like around 7. So hopefully, some good news come from it.
Offers are free.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you for
man.
the
Let us know.
knowledge.
Yeah, let us know.
All right, too. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any? All right, this is on TikTok. They said, "What's the recommended time to put out bandit signs before the city picks them up?"
Now each city is different. Um, but okay. So ideally, what you want to do is try to scout out your market to see if you can get away with them. Now, depending on the city, some markets can be vast, right? And so you won't have to probably get outside of your comfort zone in some cases. Just being real about it. A lot of times you can get away with bandit signs in the lower priced houses, whatever your market, and then maybe the next level up, your D and C areas. So those areas are where you'll start to see if you can notice bandit signs. If you see those, then and you can normally tell if bandit signs have some weathering on them. They've been out for a while to start to fade. Oh yeah, you in there. That's where you need to start. Now you can try areas where they don't exist. But when I say test, or the better word is test, you can put out 4 or 5, maybe wait a week or so, see if those are up, and maybe compound your efforts. But ideally, you want to start in areas where they already exist. So it may take you a week or 2 to figure that out. But while you're out, you can also be driving for dollars, looking for opportunities and possible opportunities to network with people that are doing renovations. Also, which helps build your cash buyers list on that side of it. But as far as assuming that you do identify an area where you want to put signs at, then the next thing you want to do, you say what times and what days. Now, when we have hours going, it really doesn't matter. You put them out throughout the week. Now, you want to say the best days and times, in my opinion, from years of doing it personally, the best day is early Sunday morning. And daylight hours, I done did nothing at night. Daylight hours, early Sunday morning. Normally, traffic is not as busy as it is on other days, and early Saturday morning. Now, again, all days are game. I'm just saying those are probably the best times. Now, if you're going to do it during the week, I would recommend doing it after rush hour traffic in the morning, maybe after 9:30 or so. Where depending on how your city gets down like that. So, and then before rush hour starts. So really like a window maybe from 10 to 2 to 3, something like that during the week or whatever. So now some people do them at night, and that's your thing. I tried it once when I first started. I said, oh, this is ridiculous. No, I can't see. I can't see. So anyway, your thoughts, Kelly.
Yeah, when you were saying the area is very important because there's certain audiences. I can't say it. like at Huntsville, they will call you and find you if they see a sign out during the weekday. You can put signs out from the weekend. So in Huntsville, 4 p or Madison County, I should say, 4 p.m. to but you're supposed to have them picked up by Sunday. And they will. I mean, they actually have people that go around and they have a whole person that goes around, and if it's not up, they'll call you and warn you, and then they'll try to find you. But in some cities, especially in the nicer neighborhoods, it's going to be tougher. You're going to have to really follow the audience because they will call, because the neighbors will call and want them up. But in the like D to C neighborhoods, you may have some flexibility there to have them up all week or never even have to pick them up. Like you may have a little bit more flexibility in those neighborhoods.
Catch me if you can, coppers.
Random.
All right, this is on Instagram. This person said, "Do you have a video on how to wholesale houses listed on MLS?"
Oh yeah, text Flipanar to the number 205-964-5243. Text the word Flipanar to the number. And if you don't know how to spell Flipanar, I will have it up here shortly. Right now. Here we go. This was a made-up word. As you can see, it's not in the English dictionary as we know of right now. In the what they call it? The what's the main dictionary? Webster. Yeah. I wonder how you get what's the story behind that?
Crocodiles, alligators, bulldogs, Webster dictionary.
I got to find out if alligators and crocs can have baby.
And they can't make crocodiles and alligators. It says they can't make. Even though
Who
they
said
can't.
that?
Google.
You looked it up?
I looked it up. Yeah.
What, they kill each other or something?
It says no, they're not capable of successfully breeding.
Oh wow.
I guess they can try, but thanks again. I wonder, is there like a Romeo and Juliet crocodile and alligator story out there somewhere?
I hope that's on you. I want that to be explained to me why that ain't possible.
There probably is a TikTok out there just waiting to tell you.
You're probably right, Jessica.
All right. This person on TikTok asks, "What's your thoughts on Jerry Norton?"
I know Jerry. Well, I know Jerry. I got his number. He got mine, or whatever. So I've actually done a interview with him a couple of years back. So yeah, he get down. Yeah.
All right. This is on Instagram. How long did it take you, I guess both of you guys, to do your first deal?
From the point that I actually did something, 30 days. Not that's la la land in my opinion, but 30 days. I was very fortunate.
Kelly?
I'm trying to think. It was so long ago. Man, how long did it take me? I don't know if I was counting the days. Because it was a short sale. I can't remember. I feel like I don't know if it took 30 days. It might have taken, I don't know. I really don't remember. I honestly don't remember. I don't remember. Let's just say, I think it's definitely shorter than 90 days. Let's just say about anywhere between 30 to 60 days.
All right. Well, you kind of answered this time already, but this person on TikTok said, "Can you do a deal in a week if everything lines up?"
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Done it.
All right. Let's see. Okay, this one says, "With interest rates rising, will this affect the wholesaling at all? And will it be easier or more difficult to find deals?"
Yes, it does affect wholesaling, especially if you don't adjust your formula. I know the norm is 70%, but in a lot of areas, again, going back to cash is king right now. Cash is expensive. It's a commodity right now. So if you're trying to wholesale something for cash, it needs to be a really good deal, a gator of a deal. So I would definitely suggest you adjust your numbers to anywhere between 55 to 60% ARV. Even if you want to get real with it, 50% of ARV, because you want to make it a no-brainer deal for people that have the cash to purchase, because interest rates are through the roof. And so there's no room for an investor to like refinance. There's no room for investors to really make a lot of cash flow if we're already at the top of our rental rates, and they have to make loan payments against a hard money loan or private money loan. So Does it affect it? Yes. You just have to change your formula. But is it easier or more difficult to find deals? I don't think it's easier or more difficult to find deals. I think it's just a matter of, just working the deals that you have and continue to educating the sellers, because we're in that's part of the cycle where we're coming out of denial. Some sellers are starting to get it, but like 2 months ago we were in a denial phase, but now most sellers are starting to get it. So it should be better because they're seeing that their property's staying on the market a lot longer than they used to be.
All right. This one says, so do I have to put money into the business? Can you expound on cold calling? How do I find leads to cold call?
Let me let you answer that one.
Say it again.
How do I find things to go call?
How do you find leads to cold call? Okay. Yeah. Good question. Let's take you through this gauntlet. First, you need to build list, right? And you can do it this way. I'm going to come out with a video in another day or so to do it, a different option. But you can do it this way. Just text the word list. This video is going to break down how to use PropStream and the different lists that you can build. So once you build your list, now you can skip trace within PropStream. I recommend batch leads on that skip tracing, but I get it if you can't do both tools. But you got to get your list skip trace, but you can do it in batch. If you go to the help section and then go to resource videos or resources and then instructional videos, it'll show you how to do the skip tracing or whatever. But in this video, I think I actually show you how to do that. But and then you need you can do it with your smartphone, but if you want to put it on steroids and and be more efficient with your dialing, then you can reach a lot of people in a very short time frame. Then text the word dialer to do that. But hopefully that answers your question. So, but in that video in the list, it's going to give you the different types of lists that you can target. Matter of fact, I'll just go through a couple of them. Let me see. Go to help under quick list definitions. So like tired landlords is one of the lists I like to build. In the definition of tired landlords, it identifies non-owner occupied properties where the current ownership exceeds 15 years. All right, that's one of them. Senior owners identifies properties where the current ownership exceeds 25 years, or i.e., the property owner has senior tax exemption status. The current owner has an open reverse mortgage. Another list I like to build is free and clear. Identifies properties that currently have no open mortgage.
Okay.
So now what?
I got one comparison for the crocodile and alligator before she asks another question.
Keep getting this to us.
It says that crocodiles and alligators have a close ancestor that was more than 200 million years ago. It'll be the same as humans and chimpanzees.
Well,
so humans can't mate with chimpanzees.
Well, they haven't been tested.
Why?
You be the first.
How much they paying?
You be the first one to test it.
How much they paying?
They ain't paying. It's for mankind's knowledge.
That's
ain't gonna have.
That's called bestiality.
That's called getting paid. They call getting paid.
Supposedly, that's how humans got the HIV virus from having sex with
lies.
So let's move on.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled.
No, I just said how much they paying. I ain't saying nothing crazy. Sure, bills got to be paid around here, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the number would be, but I know when I hear it.
No. Oh my God. This one says, well, it has to do with the topic. They are interested in this topic. Can you explain earnest money deposit, please?
Okay, let's do this remove that statement, Jessica, if you will.
You want me to take this off too?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's do this. I like to start with the official definition of it, and then we will expound after that. What got them big words? Earnest money or good faith deposit is a sum of money you put down to demonstrate your seriousness about buying a home. It could all just should say real estate. In most cases, earnest money acts as a deposit on the property you're looking to buy. Didn't it just say the same thing? You deliver the amount when signing the purchase agreement or sales contract. I think that was pretty street level. Basically, someone saying, we're about to do this contract to buy a house, but I'm gonna give you a little change to let you know I'm serious about it. If I don't buy it, you keep this little piece of change right here. What else y'all need to know? But he told you about crocodiles and chimpanzees and you know what I'm saying? The earnest money deposit, what else y'all need to know? What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah. That's essentially what it is. And just to go into detail about contract law, if there ever is a debate about the execution or the specific performance of the contract, and it is deemed as someone has breached contract, someone has or the contract is expired, or some type of specific performance has not been completed. The other party can either retain or keep the earnest money. If there's dispute about earnest money, that's what a judge uses, or a dispute about a contract, I should say. A lot of times judges, you can't hear me?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sometimes judges, a lot of times judges uses the earnest money as to even determine whether a contract is valid or not. So yeah, good faith is the best term as a supplemental term, but is it required? You don't have to have money. Actually, you can have something of value to secure it, to show your seriousness. So. But yeah.
I still got the thing up. Why I still got the thing up?
I thought you was,
Oh, okay. No, I will actually, let me put that back. Actually, I want to, right here. Yeah. So this is what I said yesterday. Y'all can see it. Yeah. So pig feet were going to be the what's the term you just used?
Not something of value.
Oh yeah, something
but
of
not
value.
To you, but not to you.
Pig feet. I was just thinking about that chimp thing, and the chimp might kill me.
Go to the regular screen. Someone asked, could the earnest money be $100?
Yep.
Yeah, $100. I've done $1 before. I put out on the contract, and guess what happens? The seller starts pulling out the $1. I'm like, no, I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, I put out I'm gonna give it to them. Start pulling out money.
Yeah,
it's no big deal, man. They motivated. It's normally not a big deal if they're motivated. Now you're dealing with a $300,000-$400,000 property, but I've done it. But normally, you just have to feel out who you're dealing with. That's part of it. Well, Tyrone said you could do $10. You trying to put it down on a $1.2 million property. Come on now. But again, it still depends on who you're dealing with. They might not give a flip about that, and it may be a $3 million property. Dad has left it to him. They live in California. The property's in Miami. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? I need that 1.2. Daddy did nothing for me, but they left this to me. So left this for me. And so you send over a contract with $100 earnest money on. They signed it before you could open your email back up. But you have to know who you're dealing with. That's part of whenever you're talking to someone. But generally speaking, it could be whatever you and the seller agree upon. Period. There's no minimum, and there's no maximum either.
I want to add though, if you are in a situation where a seller is reviewing multiple offers, obviously, especially if you're working with an agent, obviously your seriousness is going to be dependent on your earnest money. So if you are making an offer on a property and you're only offering $10, they're most likely, especially an agent, is not going to take your offer seriously. If you're working with the owner, and they may have talked to 3 or 4 other wholesalers, and one offers 10, one offers 5, another offers 1,000. Even if the one with 1,000 is offering a little bit less, who do you think they're going to take? Because they're going to be thinking like, oh, okay, they're actually more serious, and they may want to ask for proof of funds. But just kind of keep that in mind, that if you do get into a situation where the seller is saying that they are taking multiple offers, then you want to use that as a way of to get your offer accepted, as a negotiation tactic to get your offer accepted, if it's a good deal. If you have a buyer, it's a good deal and you want to lock it up, go ahead and put, good, a reasonable amount of earnest money down on it.
All right, this is on Instagram. When you are grinding and wholesaling, what makes you not quit? Pay my big
Yeah, you got stuff going on, man. People depending on me, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like to eat too, but you sort of I enjoyed, my life. Let me put it like this. Let me back up a little bit. Whenever you ask for something and it's provided for you, whatever you believe in, you try not to, take, which as humans, we always take advantage of stuff and get, what's the word I'm looking for? That too. Another word I'm looking for. Not that, but like when you're dealing with someone else and take for granted. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Take for granted. You know what I'm saying? So, what was the question?
Your motivation time.
Oh yeah, man. Just background, just where you come from. I don't know what else to tell you. I've come from some very humble beginnings. So I don't know what else to tell you. That's mine. I don't know what someone else's may be.
Sure, did you say fear of being broke?
Yeah, fear. Fear. I ain't got it on today, but fear of being broke. Yeah.
What about you, Kelly?
It's I'm trying to think of a good. It's kind of a question that you got to continue to ask yourself. That's a question that you gotta have an answer to yourself. Is what motivates you? What is your why for doing this? And you need to write down what your why is. And your why has to be as big as the problem, that the reason why you're doing. You want to get into wholesaling or real estate in general. So I would, you have to understand what your why is, and focus in on the why of what you're doing, versus trying to keep yourself motivated, because you're going to go through so many no's, you're going to go through so many ebbs and flows of this business. But if you don't have a clear understanding of why you're doing it, then it's always going to be a mark of confusion for you. And until you get that clear, then that's when everything else starts to really make more sense to you.
Oh, uh,
You want me to find you somebody else to go?
so
Uh-oh.
more ideas because we have an array of shirts that I like for her to repeat in different colors, and they can be the same color sometimes, just refresh or whatever. Because that's really all I wear. Like, I often, well, not often, I ask people that when I hang out or whatever on a personal level, like do that, like, nah, that's your brand. It's cool. As long as they clean or whatever and stuff. So, because I look at it, at least the shirt part, the rest of my gear may not be branded by me, but hey, if those make me money in the sense of how I'm recognized, then yeah, I'll keep doing it. But I have tons of more ideas. But my producer is shirts, and I'm not talking about she ain't watching this. So to answer your question, she normally does them for me.
Where can he get some of those?
We do sell them where you can order them through Teespring or what's the other place, Outfit. I have a couple of them up. I think we have the offers are free, the fob. What else we got? We got a few more.
It's a few of them.
Yeah. If you go to thefob.com, you can order from there, or normally they're right up on the end of YouTube video. You can order them from there also. We don't really sell a lot of them. I don't really push it or whatever. So, but yeah, that's how it comes about.
All right.
I think the last one I came up with, and it was simple. I know you could do those. Was first name Bill, last name Payer. So that's the last one we did.
All right. You already did the topic, right?
So I answered what Earnest money deposit did. I don't think I per se did the topic.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly sort of did. Well, we sort of did, but I'll just go through it. But the actual topic today is seller wants $5,000 earnest money deposit, and I don't have it. All right. So in most cases, when you're dealing with houses, $5,000 earnest money deposit is a lot, right? You would be. I would have to be approaching a 7-figure deal to even consider that. Now, let me just say this. Now, it could be sweet enough for them. I'm confident that I got an exit strategy at a decent or significant price. I would do it, but the couple of times I have done it, I've gotten burnt on it. So it has to be like just everything would have to check out on it or whatever. But in most cases, if it's a situation, I'm talking about houses now. That's going to 5,000 is nothing for commercial, but for houses, if that's the situation, normally you're not dealing with the motivated seller. Now and I'm speaking in terms of you're dealing directly with the owner. There's no real estate agent involved. If they're asking 5,000 upfront as far as EMD, it normally doesn't match up with it being an actual great deal for wholesaling. Maybe it's some other type of deal that you could be creative with, but for wholesaling, it normally doesn't. You're normally not going to get an extremely discounted price on the property, right? And them asking for $5K EMD. It just normally doesn't work that way. It just normally does not work that way. Like if you lined up 100 motivated sellers based on the price they give you work, you may get one or two out of that number that would ask for something that ridiculous or whatever. So anyway, but assuming that was the situation, and it was a great deal, but they wanted $5K earnest money to deposit. Hell, not that you're going to put it in their hands anyway. You would let it be held with a title company, escrow company, or closing attorney. Then now it is almost the same thing if it's not almost, it is the same thing. So if you have a great deal, and for them to ask that, it has to be a smoking deal for me to try to jump through those hoops. So I'll try enough cash buyers that you make and trust them to interject them in the deal before you will put it under contract or whatever. So, it's so rare. It's so rare that they're just going to line up. So, your thoughts on it, Kelly?
I'm sorry, my internet went in and out for some reason, but just to kind of, I guess, piggyback on some of the stuff that I did hear, some of the things that I did hear you say about earnest money is, yeah, if they're looking for you to put down a significant amount of earnest money, you definitely want to do your due diligence. If you are virtual, you'll need to have some boots on the ground, because obviously that's a significant amount of money to put down on a sight unseen house. Because even if the numbers make sense, it may be a scam that someone's running. The house may actually not even be a house. Like, it could be a lot of things. So you want to do your due diligence up front. And then you also want to make after contract is signed, you want to, even if you submit the money, if you have the earnest money to submit, you want to, or either say that during the due diligence period, after it has been confirmed that, you can move forward, then that's when you'll submit earnest money. So you want to put a delay on it. You can put a 7-day window, a 10-day window on it. But you want to do your due diligence before you put down earnest money. And then there are investors out there that will loan you small amounts of money for short periods of time that are in real estate, that do real estate themselves. If they know what the deal is, it's kind of like a hybrid of transactional funding, but it's for earnest money only. So there are people out there, if you talk to them and tell them about the deal, like it's a grand slam. And it also gives you an opportunity to get a second pair of eyes on it, so that you know that you have a really great deal, and it makes sense to put the earnest money down and lock it up so that you can get it sold. But yeah, just what Ty said is, you want to make sure that you go through everything first before you actually you submit that earnest money, because most of the time is non-refundable. The only time that it might be refundable is for some reason, there's repairs or things in the inspection that you didn't plan on. But that's why a lot of as-is houses, cash houses, require you to do your due diligence up front. So that's all I have for it.
All right. Cool. Tell them how they can reach you, Kales.
Yeah, so you guys can reach out to me at on Instagram or on YouTube. Kales at Kales always is on Instagram, and then just Kelly Mead on YouTube. Reach out, say hey, say how you doing. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
All right, boom. All right, so yeah, we were at an hour. Okay, so we've been rolling pretty hard here. We really appreciate Miss Mead adding her unbelievable Google knowledge on crocodiles and what they call alligators. Yeah, it's brilliant. And so now we know. Knowing is half the battle.
Now we know you're for sale. What we do know.
I don't know the number, but I know it when I hear it. Hey, I don't know the number, but I know when I hear it. Anyway, so hey, you got to do it for the world, man, but not for free.
If that were a woman, it would be terrible. He would be out here in these streets.
You ain't got to, no, I wouldn't be working. I can tell you that. Anyway, so we're glad everyone is laughter and happy. So if you didn't get your question answered, post them in the comment section of any video, and I'll answer those on a daily basis. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m., 8:05 p.m. Well, Flipper North 240, I think. We're here Monday through Wednesdays around 3:45, 4 p.m. And yeah, let's partner on some deals. Update on that. So text 5050 to the number, and subscribe, like, share, and follow. We'll see you on FLIPSIDE.
text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Yep. 205